Hi everyone, I'm going to show you in this tutorial how to download and install Eclipse. It will be a really short tutorial, don't have that much to explain, it's really simple. Just go to Google, type in Eclipse. First link is probably the right one, it's eclipse.org. So if you don't find it in your results in your country, it may have been that Google has some kind of other ranking. Just go to eclipse.org. Go to Downloads, in the menu select Downloads. There are a lot of versions of Eclipse available. In our case we're going to use Eclipse Classic. The current version is 4.2.1. I'm using as an operating system Windows 64-bit, but it also works on Mac OS X and Linux. I'm not going to explain that in a video tutorial. This tutorial should be self-explanatory for Mac and Linux too. In case you're having trouble to install Eclipse for those operating systems, just go to my webpage, to our webpage, select the right download or the correct operating system. There will be a file for how to download and install Eclipse for each operating system. So go to our webpage, www.swibbly.com/education, select the right operating system, and we have included files for that operating system, how to download and install Eclipse. So in my case I'm using Windows, as I said before. Press on the right version, Windows 64-bit. Pressing on it, you see all the available mirrors. In this case I only have one mirror from Slovenia. Clicking on it and your download will start. So I'm not going to wait until it's finished, I already downloaded it before. Going to my folder, this folder you see Eclipse SDK 4.2.1 Win32 x86-64 zip file. So that's the zip file that you actually downloaded in case you're using Windows. So unzip the file. It's about 188 megabytes large. You will get this folder called Eclipse. Go into that folder, and as you can see there's an executable file. And in the case of Eclipse, most programs need some kind of installation process. Eclipse doesn't require an installation process. So just double click the executable file. You will see it's automatically starting. See a splash screen, and then this window pops up. In your case it should pop up again, otherwise you have already installed it and you have this ticked on. So I'm using this workspace, not pressing OK, but you should really press OK, and then you will go into the workspace. You will see something like this. Shouldn't be that much different. The difference is I am having here all kinds of folders. Those are my programs that I wrote before. This piece of text is the actual code to run the program. As you can see in the package explorer there's a source file, default package. This is all normal. These are all basic files except for frame.java, main.java and board. Those three files aren't standard, aren't the basic files and folders that you need in your package explorer. So you can just name every project the way you like it. In my case I named it coin collecting Dijkstra graph, and so on. I think that's almost everything I need to cover for now for the download and installation process of Eclipse. One thing, you should go to our webpage, www.swibbly.com. On our webpage you will find, for operating systems that I didn't show now, you will find some kind of installation process for Eclipse. And there is a file for all operating systems, Windows, Linux and Mac, I guess. How to set up your system variables, which is needed to run programs outside of Eclipse in the console. So Eclipse isn't really needed. It's useful, that's why we're using it. But you could also write programs in, for example, Notepad. When you do that, you have to output those programs into console and not into Eclipse. And in that case, you have to set up your system variables. And for everyone who's using Java not for its own purpose, but for school or for some professional kind of way, I would really suggest to do that. So read the file, and I see you in the next tutorial. Thank you for watching.